Welcome to Item Breakdown, a series where I analyze every single item in Mario Maker 2, go over their properties, and find interesting ways to use them in our own levels. This video is all about the Koopa Troopa car.
Drive safely now.
The Koopa Troopa car is an enemy available exclusively to the Super Mario 3D World game style. It's unique in that it functions as both an enemy and a vehicle, which means this video will go over the properties and use cases for both. So buckle in because it's going to be a long one. The Koopa Troopa car is limited to only 10 per area and takes up a 4-tile space, although it can travel through 1-tile tall areas. It will stay idle as long as Mario is out of range. However, if he is within 7 blocks away, or 4 blocks away when approaching from behind, the Beach Koopa driving the car will wake up and, with the white-hot rage of 1,000 angry suns, begin accelerating towards Mario. It will even change directions, drive off ledges, and collide with any solid objects in its path to continue its pursuit. If they collide, both Mario and the car will take damage. The car itself can withstand 3 collisions before breaking. If the car is destroyed while a Beach Koopa is driving it, it will fall out and behave as any other unshelled Koopa Troopa, and can't enter any other unoccupied car. The Koopa Troopa car takes a moment to begin accelerating, but its top speed is exactly equal to Mario's running speed. The Beach Koopa can be defeated by any of Mario's attacks, and once defeated leaves the car running for a player to hop in. If they're holding an object, they'll be forced to drop it. The car takes a moment to begin accelerating, but now has a top speed which is faster than Mario's running speed, even faster than any other entity in the game. The car accelerates automatically. Mario can't idle, brake, or stop, only change directions. Turning the car around takes about as long as the initial acceleration. Mario can make the car perform a short 3-tile hop by jumping. To get out of the car, simply press any of the shoulder buttons. You can also honk the horn by pressing down, which is purely cosmetic, except in online multiplayer, where it asserts dominance and lets everyone know just how skilled you are as a player. The Koopa Troopa car can travel over 2-tile wide gaps, as long as it's had a little bit of time to accelerate. Neither the car nor Mario will take damage when driving over active spike blocks or Piranha Creeper stems. It collides with most type of blocks and terrain, but can pass unharmed through mushroom trampolines, cloud blocks, cloud lifts, and the top ledges of semi-solid platforms. Again, the car can withstand 3 collisions before braking. The only exception to this rule is if 2 cars being driven by Beach Koopas collide. When colliding with horizontally aligned trampolines, the car will bounce back and turn around quickly, which is the fastest way to reverse the vehicle's direction. If one collides with a POW block, it will take damage and activate the block. If a Beach Koopa was behind the wheel, this will kill it as well. It will also take damage and activate question blocks, brick blocks with items placed inside them, on-off blocks, and exclamation blocks. When colliding with crates and empty brick blocks, it will destroy the crater block, but still take damage. It also shatters through icicles without damaging the car or Mario. Most enemies the Koopa Troopa car collides with, such as Boos, Peepas, Dry Bones, even Boom Boom and Pom Pom, will defeat the enemy outright, without damaging the car. There are a few exceptions to this property, however. Meowser is damaged by collision instead of defeated outright, and the collision will also damage the car. Bouncing on Meowser's head does not cause the car to take damage. Charvarg, Lava Bubbles, and Magic Koopa's magic missiles are never damaged on collision, and may still damage Mario. Thwomps also can't be harmed by the Koopa Troopa car, and will damage the car on impact. They can still be driven on top of like solid ground. Piranha Creepers are damaged normally instead of being defeated outright. Bonsai Bills and Bullet Bills are defeated but also damage the car. Bullies neither take damage from nor deal damage to the Koopa Troopa car on collision, but the bully is knocked back considerably farther than it would be upon a head-on impact with Mario. The car can pass through twisters without damaging either entity. The vehicle will be lifted by the twister's currents, but continues to accelerate while riding the gusts of air. When traveling through water, the Koopa Troopa car accelerates much more slowly, and has a greatly reduced top speed, although its jump height is increased by about 1 tile. It is also completely unaffected by lava, but Mario still can't swim in it. The Koopa Troopa car cannot be placed inside a block or bullet bill blaster, spawn from pipes, or be given a key. It is also unable to enter warp pipes or clear pipes, colliding with them just as any other solid terrain. If Mario is driving a car and enters a warp box, both Mario and the car will travel through it. So, now that we know how it works, how do we work with it? The Koopa Troopa car alone isn't that interesting. I mean, sure. It's the Koopa we all know and love, Tokyo drifting around with a vengeance and thirst for blood. But its inclusion feels more gimmicky than anything. There are a few good uses for it though. It can be used to make proximity detectors, as the Beach Koopa only starts driving towards Mario within a certain range, and can activate certain blocks. It can also function as a makeshift key or alternate route, by requiring the player to bring it to a certain area to kill an enemy they otherwise couldn't. The obvious contender though, would be Mario Kart levels. Build a racetrack, slap a car down, and you're good to go. Just remember, if you're making a level designed around the car, make sure the car is required. Mario is much easier to control than the constantly accelerating, slow to turn around, limited jumping ability, blazing fast Hot Rod. Take advantage of the fact that the car can travel over spikes and bounce on enemies Mario can't. You should also keep in mind just how fast the car can go. Its speed gives the player little time to react to what's in front of them, so remember to give clear direction ahead of time so players know what to do or where to go. And I'm sure there are tons of other ways to use the Turtle Transport. If you're looking for more inspiration, check out these other item breakdowns. And you can help pick which item I do next by becoming a patron or YouTube member. See you in the next one.
Just try not to crash it.